All right, this is going to be a little overview on taking care of the images, especially in this publication. I'm going to sample these four, but we're doing this through a selection tool. You'll see everything is set to, look up here, you'll see everything set to 100%. But using the open select tool, we'll see that the proportions are off, 244 by 232. So leaving a lot of the stress of processing the images with InDesign as opposed to Photoshop, where Photoshop would be able to do a much better job. But it's also out of proportion. So a quick, easy way to fix the proportion is just to click on the up or down arrow, and since this is already linked, it will automatically set them to the correct proportion. So I'm going to go ahead and do that for each one of them. So you'll see that everybody gets a little thinner or a little taller, however you want to look at it. Set that to 200. So now they're all back into the correct proportion. Now I want to adjust these images so they look a little bit better instead of InDesign doing the brunt of the work as far as resizing them. I'm just going to go in here and let me just back up real quick. This is a 245, so I'm going to go ahead and just increase this image to 245%, and you can do 250, something like that, just so it's close. And the image still looks pretty good, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a smart blur. Just do the default smart blur, and it cleans it up a little bit too much, I think. So I'm going to just change the opacity to about 50%, and so you can see switch back and forth between 100 and 50%. So that's a little bit sharper, and I'm just going to go ahead and close that, which will automatically save it. Go back to the InDesign, and you'll see that it's at 99%. Actually, there was something I wanted to do. I wanted to go ahead and adjust the levels because it's on the dark side. So I'm going to just go ahead. This is just a real simple adjustment. Just keep those blacks just a little bit, and it kind of helps add, brightens it up a bit, so that when it prints, we adjust for any dot gain. And I'm going to go ahead and do, instead of showing you all of these, let me just go ahead and go into this one. Keep forgetting to look, that was at 200%. So I'm going to adjust this to 200%, and still looking good. So I don't think I'm going to have to worry about the smart blur, but I am going to brighten it up just a little bit. Just doing the midtones like that. Close it and save it. Go back, and that looks better. So all the rest of these, I'm going to just do the same thing, but this is just a quick overview of what we're going to end up doing to all the images throughout this magazine. We just want to go through and check. Like I said, make sure with the closed selection tool, this will be at 100%. And then with the open selection tool, which is this one, look at this little hand icon, and you'll see the outline of the size of the image here. And it's at 169%. So I'm just going to go in here, go to image size. Let's just take it to 170. And you'll see that it's showing some graining. So I'm going to duplicate the layer, add a smart blur. I think it softens it up, looks good. And that's a good thing about using alt images, that the viewer will give you some leniency, some grace when looking at it, knowing that they didn't have the best cameras in the world back then. And I'm just going to adjust this a little bit and then bring this up so that's not being cut off. So you can see 36 WATL TV Atlanta. And yeah, we'll just kind of go on from there. But this is, like I said, just a quick overview of how all these are going to play out. Have fun editing.